right. Thank you guys for joining us tonight for our 2022 first show of the season of Exploring Dream Vacations by Travel Pros. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us again tonight. And we have so many shows that we're going to be doing this year. And tonight we are so fortunate because Richard Bromberg is here from the Colección Resorts, and he is going to be going over what makes their properties so special. Why do you guys need to be vacationing with them? I just, today I'm celebrating my 25th anniversary with Travel Pros. Woo-hoo! And I was asking Richard earlier, it's like you were actually here, I think, when I first started. And he has been a godsend with all the different properties, and especially La Colección. I have clients that have been to live, and he's going to go over all of them, the live resorts, and it's incredible. It's definitely going to be a better experience than what you're going to find for other companies. They're definitely first class and 5-star. If you're interested in great food, entertainment, nightlife, I mean, he has everything that you can possibly imagine. And it's not just in one location. He has places all around. So I can't wait for him to get started. And by the way, my name is Jennifer Garris, and now you can see I've been with Travel Pros for 25 years. And we also have Glenda from Houston, and we have Taya Clifton. She's actually here again, back in Norfolk, Virginia, on her way via Guam for the past 4 years. But, you know, both of these ladies have been with me for, gosh, you know, over 10 years. I can say 12 years with Travel Pros. So they're my sanity. Those are the girls that will answer the calls for you and actually work on your reservation. So at the end of this time, you know, hopefully you get to look at our website, which is gotravelpros.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes. And, you know, if you need anything, you just let us know. And I'll turn this over to you, Richard.
Jennifer, thank you very, very much. And congratulations again on 25 years.
Thank you.
It's a great milestone a great milestone, a great accomplishment. So my kudos to you for persevering and being in the marketplace and being as important in the marketplace as you are. So again, Richard Bromberg is my name. My fancy title is Account Executive Retail Engagement, which basically means that I represent for La Colección Resorts the product to the territory agents that are in my territory. Hence is why I'm talking with Jennifer and you all tonight. So I have a presentation. I want to go over our different resorts. We're all throughout Mexico. I'll give you a little bit of background as to what the company is all about and the different types of markets that we work with. And so let me just see if I can share this and see where my screen is. Screen number 1, I think. Do you see? Tell me what you see. Do you see my calendar going away?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I'll get rid of this. No, I don't need system preferences. I'll put that over there. Let me go to my presentation, which is, where is it? It's right over here. Bear with me a quick second. While PowerPoint opens up. Come on, PowerPoint. Bingo, there we go. So you should now see a screen that has La Colección Resorts by Fiesta Americana and 4 different brands beneath that. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes.
It works. Okay, so a bit of background about La Colección. So we're part of Grupo Posadas, which is the largest hotel company in Mexico. We are their resort division. We're probably, over the years, most well known for being known as Fiesta Americana. We were the Fiesta Americana Resort Collection, and about 4 years ago, we changed our name to be La Colección Resorts by Fiesta Americana. Within the resort collection, you'll see that we have 4 different brands, and each brand is something unique to itself. All of them offer a unique sort of authentic Mexican traditional feel. not traditional in the sense of decor, but sort of like the authenticity of what you would expect from Mexican hospitality. So Live Aqua actually has 4 resorts. 2 of them are adults only, all inclusive. The other 2 are European planned, family friendly, but they offer a very deluxe, very luxurious experience at the 4 different hotels that we have there. Moving to the Grand Fiesta Americana brand, we have 2 of them. They are both family friendly. They're both all inclusives. They are upscale. They are certainly as luxurious as our Live Aqua brand. And again, you really get a good sense of the authenticity of the Mexican experience in terms of hospitality. When you go to the Fiesta Americana brand, let me just give you an analogy in terms of comparison. I would say that a Fiesta Americana or a Fiesta Americana brand is like a Hilton or a Marriott kind of level. We have a little bit a more broad appeal to the mass audience at a lower price point than the Grand, for example. So a little bit wider appeal, but again, certainly a very consistent service level and all that. Explorian is the brand that we have, which is meant for the active traveler, the active consumer. The traveler that wants to go away, they want to have activities, they want to do things, they do not want to lie on a chaise lounge by a pool or by the beach for a week. So we have 2 of them, and I'll explain what they are all about as well. So now let's take a look at the map. There we go. So here's where we are. You can see that we go from Los Cabos all the way in the west, all the way to Cozumel, Chetumal, and Cancun, and the east side. And you see over here, by the way, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. So everything that goes from East Coast of Mexico to the West Coast of Mexico to the Caribbean. You'll see as well that we're in the colonial city called San Miguel de Allende. So the clientele that goes there is not your typical beachgoer that would go to Los Cabos or Puerto Vallarta or Acapulco or any of the other resort locations. So I'll explain the differences to all these as we go through the presentation. Now, I have a video that I think is going to be very appropriate given the times that we're currently involved in. So when COVID hit back about 2 years ago, we came up with a program called Travel with Confidence. And basically, we had to employ hygiene protocols and safety protocols for the guests that come to the resorts. So we never shut down the resorts. I shouldn't say it. We've shut down for about 2 months in most of the resorts. And then when we reopened, we had to employ these various protocols. So I have a video where we'll talk to you about the different types of things that we've done. So again, given where we are right now, I just want to show this to you so that you can travel with confidence when you come to us.
For more than 50 years, Posadas has been the second home to our guests. That is why today, more than ever, we reaffirm our commitment to our clients, guests, and employees. We have developed a global prevention, hygiene, and sanitation program called Travel with Confidence that will be available at our more than 180 hotels around Mexico. Live Aqua, Grand Fiesta Americana, Fiesta Americana, The Explorian, Fiesta Inn, Gamma, and One. We'll have a protocol program endorsed by a new partnership with 3M, whose products will be used in every single space of our hotels. We have implemented highly effective sanitary measures in order to be able to offer memorable experiences in a safe environment. From the moment our guests and employees arrive, around public areas, elevators, and accommodations, all of our hotel employees are trained in prevention, hygiene, and sanitation protocols. The global program Travel with Confidence includes the following protocols. Check-in and check-out. We have installed acrylic shields to protect our guests and employees during check-in, check-out, and any other encounter. Furthermore, we will provide each guest with a hygiene products kit to use during their stay. Digital check-in and express check-out will be available for better efficiency, safety, and even less contact. Guest rooms. In our guest rooms, we have implemented a new 3-step protocol. First of all, on regular daily housekeeping. Second, sanitizing with 3M products. Finally, but not least, a sanitary misting multiple times per day for total protection. Food and beverage. Grab-and-go service is also available, thus offering greater safety and confidence in the handling of food. We're using disposable placemats featuring a QR code so guests can access the restaurant's menu while avoiding the use of physical ones. Now, room service will be delivered without contact, left directly outside of the door, ready for the guest to enjoy. Public spaces and communal areas. We have increased the frequency of cleaning and disinfecting areas such as front desk, doors, hallways, elevators, co-working spaces, and fitness center. In communal areas, we have implemented effective measures and clear signage to facilitate social distancing. Pools and beaches. The pools will have a maximum capacity, and the lounge chairs, cabana, and umbrellas will be separated to ensure a healthy social distance between our guests. We have also increased the frequency of disinfection of swimming pools. With our Travel with Confidence program, we're ready to welcome you back. Together, we will continue to create unforgettable experiences whenever you're ready to join us again. Travel with confidence.
Well, there you have it. So this is a program that we started, I guess, in May of 2020, and we've employed these protocols through today, and we'll continue to do so as is necessary because of COVID. A couple of things in terms of the testing that is required for guests that are staying outside the United States to come back. We provide complimentary antigen testing, the quick test that's done. It's got to be done 24 hours before you return. So when guests check into the resorts, they would go to the concierge to set that up, and it's done. It's complimentary. We can, through our concierge, also provide PCR testing, the more extensive testing, but that would be at the expense of the guest rather than being provided on a complimentary basis. If someone were to come down, test positive while they are at the resort, we have an optional $4 per room per day insurance, which covers medical expenses, as well as would offer a special rate per person per night to do quarantine. And it's generally 10 days to quarantine. And it would be $10, I believe, per person per night. So while somebody may not want to spend the extra dollars per night for an insurance policy that they may deem not necessary, it really is peace of mind. And I would have certainly encouraged that all of our guests to take advantage of that. But I haven't gotten all that out of the way. Let me take you on a tour of our properties. So Live Aqua Beach Resort Cancun. It's a total of 371 rooms. You'll see that we sit facing the ocean. In the back is the lagoon. We're about a 20-minute drive from the airport. We have this is the oceanfront rooms over here. The arms that come down here, the terraces, are actually suites, although we have other suites that are in the main area right over here as well. There are rooms on either side of the arm that would be considered ocean view rather than ocean front. So the ones that look towards the courtyard, and there are others on the other side of the arms as well. We have 7 different pools. We have 7 different restaurants, 70 cabanas. You can see that we have a great stretch of beach right over here. We are adults only. We are 18 years of age and up, although you will almost never see an 18-year-old at the resort. I used to liken it to a resort where you go to recharge your batteries, you go to chill. Sort of a Zen-like experience when you walk into the lobby area. This little, you can see right over here, this is a glass and steel enclosed entry area, and then the front desk is to the right over there. But there's a water feature right over here. You'll smell aromatherapy. You'll hear spa-type music. And before COVID hit, we used to, before everybody went to the rooms, the guests would, after signing in and registering, they would get an arm and a hand massage from the folks that come up from the spa. So the sort of game plan here is that you go there because you want to chill, you want to experience, the partner that you're traveling with. You want to forget about the hassles of TSA and traveling and all that and getting to the destinations. But It's good. This is a place where you get. Now that doesn't mean that it's a quiet resort where the sidewalks roll up at 6 o'clock in the evening. They've got great entertainment. They've got great restaurants and all that. But that's kind of its vibe. It's not a partying place where you can stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning and get the trouble on property. That's not the vibe of the place. So this is what the rooms look like. They're smart rooms. They now have mechanized curtains over here that when the doors close, when the guests go out of the room, the lights go off and the draperies close. And when the key goes to the door and opens it up, the draperies open up and then the lights go back on. Keypad over here controls the lights and the draperies. There's also recharging over here for your two electrical outlets and some USB ports. All the rooms have complimentary, all throughout the collection have complimentary wireless internet service. They'll have, in most cases, the 55-inch smart television. They all have a mini fridge that is replenished on a daily basis. They'll provide water, soft drinks, Mexican beers, as well as snacks. And the rooms here were renovated about 2 years ago. They're in great shape. And this is what they look like. You also got, by the way, by looking at the video, you saw a bit of a preview in terms of what the sort of like the decor is like at all of our resorts. We are contemporary. We are upscale. We're sort of like I liken it to be like a Mexican decor, a modern Mexican decor. You'll have color on the walls, like in the artwork, for example, but typically the colors are a bit more muted and the splashes of color come from artwork throughout the resort. So this is a king bed ocean suite. Now the Aqua, Live Aqua in Cancun, Live Aqua also in the other properties have the Aqua Club Lounge, which is open for breakfast, lunch, continental breakfast, food presentations 3 times a day, coffee, appetizers, tea time, as well as premium open bar, 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. You have a private check-in and check-out area over here. You have the concierge that does that for you. You can make reservations for a variety of places if you wanted to go off property or if you wanted to see if you can get any other sort of services that the concierges would normally provide for you. So we have those. We have a variety of different restaurants. NB is our gourmet room. The Hidden Garden is Asian fusion. Azores are our Mediterranean-themed restaurant. And then the Sea Corner is our version of a cevicheria, where you'll get your tostadas, your ceviche, your margaritas, and your Corona beers, for example. We have the Spa Aqua, where you do a bunch of services indoors, as well as providing outdoor massages, either couples or singles. We have something called Alma Moments, and these are the sort of like the experiences that the staff will do to make the guest experience all that much more special. This is actually Seaweed, which is turned into a beach message. You'll have the staff that will come out and do entertainment, or this is the Day of the Dead celebration, for example, where you'll see that we actually do some really cool stuff. Housekeeping does rice art, and you'll see that they can do some very, very creative images and such on the bed. The shame of all this is that if you want to sleep in the bed at night, you have to have them come in and take it off there, which is a real shame because they've taken a lot of time to do that. So these are things that are available for the guests that heighten their experience. Moving on to the second Live Aqua, which is the adults only all-inclusive. Now we're in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. This is the first property that we have outside of Mexico. It's the first Live Aqua outside of Mexico, and it's the same kind of vibe, adults only, all-inclusive, but the layout of the land is slightly different. The rooms are slightly different, as you can see over here. There's a little bit of darker woods, more white, if you will. You'll see some other pictures. Now you'll see that the rooms here are, can't quite tell from this, but there are 8 3-story buildings, whereas Live Aqua in Cancun is a 12 or 13-story single building. So you have the 6 buildings that face the courtyard. There's a walkway over here that's covered, as you can see, and on between the walkway and say where this umbrella is, there are 4 rectangular pools. Then you have the first floor, which will have these swim up plunge pools over here. The pool actually runs the length of the building, so you'll have 6 pools that are like this. Then you have this little inlet, and then you have the plunge pool over here, and you have the privacy from the screening. That's what it looks like from the room. This is what it looks like looking from the pool back to the room. So it's really kind of cool. And then you'll see that we have also some suites. This is actually on the second floor of the main building looking out over the resort. This is, I believe, a Tierra suite. You'll see that there's also the plunge pool over here. This would be on the two buildings that face that are beachfront. This is the plunge pool that exists over there in the patio area. This is the looking out from the room, actually out towards the beach and towards the pool area. So there's a wide variety of accommodations. There, again, you can see that there are some that do have the plunge pools right there. This is the picture that shows you the beach club. So you'll have the main pool over here. Again, you see if you look back over here, there's a pool over there. There'd be another one on the other side, and then further back. But here you have this large pool. You have the cabanas. This is the swim up bar. This is the Hussar restaurant, which is open for breakfast and lunch. And then you have a bar area that's right up here. And to the right of this is where you have the beach. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic resort. Can't speak highly enough about it. Just again, showing you some of the restaurants. Le Berry is the buffet that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, where we also have two options actually for dinner. You can actually have the server pick up food from you from the buffet if you'd like to do it that way and not order a la carte off the menu that comes up when you take the picture of the QR code on the placemat. Hussar, as I mentioned before, is the Mediterranean restaurant. And then we have Miraflores, which is our cevicheria. And then you have Chez Rose, which is Chez Rose, rather, which is the French restaurant, French bistro. We have Seychelles, which is an Asian fusion experience. And then we have Sospiro, which is our Italian restaurant. We also have Japanese. We have Atol, which is the Mexican restaurant. And then we also have Compton Street, it's a sports bar, which is a topless sports bar. Cool Fever, offering ice cream, pastries, coffee all during the day, and what have you. A couple different places for drinks. This is the Munada, which is on the upper level of the beach club area. We have the Strainer, which is when you in the main building when you come downstairs from the check-in area, which would be over here on the right. And then we have the Wonder Pool area. So if anybody goes hungry or thirsty while they're at the resort, they've got problems. All of our resorts have a spa. So here we have, it's called the Feel Harmony Spa. This is what it looks like coming into the spa. You'll see the check-in areas over here. We have a total of 11 treatment rooms, 11 cabins, 9 are for singles, 2 are for doubles, and we provide a variety of different services, including a hydrotherapy circuit inside the spa area. This is a picture of the relaxation area. So really, really kind of cool. This, by the way, does resemble to some extent a spa at one of our other resorts, and I'll get to that in a couple more slides. So again, this is Live Aqua in Punta Cana. Live Aqua private residences. Now, this is a European plan, so it's not all-inclusive, although there's an option, and it's a family-friendly property. This is it right over here. And if you look in the distance, this is in Los Cabos, which is on the west coast. So you can see it's desert. It's blue Pacific Ocean over here. So the topography is completely different. This is the Grand Fiesta Americana resort right over here. This is the all-inclusive family-friendly resort. We sit in a larger community called Cabo del Sol, of which we are the 2 resorts that are over here. There are $1 million homes that are there. There are 2 private golf courses, 2 championship golf courses. We sit about 20 minutes away, about a half an hour, I should say, away from the airport. San Jose del Cabo is over here to the left, about 10 minutes. And Cabo San Lucas is over here about 10 minutes to the right as well. So we have a total of 35 1 to 4 bedroom units. The 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units over here. They have their own pools, their own private plunge pools. The 1 and 2 bedroom units sit in this building over here. Entrance, the main building over here has a bar, pool area over here, as you can see. And this kind of shows you what the 3 and 4 bedroom units look like looking back towards them. They are large enough actually for 12 people. So you have a small family that wants to go away, a couple families that want to travel. It works really, really, really well. So again, you can see upscale. I'd say minimalistic in a way because, you know, there again, it's subdued artwork, if you will. Main pool area over here. Now, this is kind of cool because when the folks are over here, they have actually 3 different choices in terms of how they want to eat. There is a fully equipped kitchen. If the guests want to do their own cooking, the resort will help them provision it with food that they can have brought in. Then they can do their own cooking. If they want to hire a chef from the Grand Fiesta Americana to do the cooking, they can do that. They can go to the restaurants at the Fiesta Americana, either on a la carte basis, or they can actually purchase the all-inclusive. So they have a couple different options. And again, this shows you what the balcony would look like. This is looking out towards the golf course areas over here. Again, a couple other images. Looking, this is the rooftop bar, the chill out area. This is the overlook of the Sea of Cortez. So great resort. Again, it works really well for family getaways, for small groups. Live Aqua Urban Resort San Miguel de Allende. Urban resort because it sits in the center of Mexico. It was settled by the Spaniards in the late 1500s. People go there because they've done everything else in Mexico. They want to feel the European traditions that came over. They want to feel the Spanishness. They want to have architecture and history and culture and museums and dining and artists, and there are their studios and the galleries and all that. So this is what the entranceway looks like. Again, you can see that we're right here in the middle. You've got to make a change of plane somewhere along the line. And from any of the airports, QR's Querétaro or BJX is Leon, which are literally about an hour to an hour and a half away once you fly in from Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, or Houston, what have you. When you get there, this is what your rooms will look like. It's contemporary, but to my eye, there's a touch of almost a traditional sense here. And I think the tile work is what kind of gives me that little sense. But I'm by no means an expert on decor, but that's how I like it. But these are upscale rooms. They're very nice. They're very large. We have a variety of different food and beverage outlets. And again, you'll see that there's a contemporary feel to all of them as well. We have, because we're an urban resort, we have the pool area. It's an infinity pool. We have the hammocks over it. We have the chaise lounges with the cabanas and what have you. So you go there when it's warm out. You can certainly do some swimming. They have a spa there as well. It's about a 10-minute walk away from the center, the historical part of San Miguel. So San Miguel is known, it's also, by the way, a UNESCO World Heritage City. So it has that designation. And I know Condé Nast Traveler readership they do an annual poll. And I think 2 years ago, it was voted the #1 city on the planet. So we're lucky to have this really cool 153-room hotel there. So the center of town is really the attraction, but you can do a lot of stuff as well in the surrounding areas. They're known for their wineries. They're known for their golf courses. They're known for having, their ceramics and their artwork and their galleries and restaurants and the historic nature of town being an attraction. Now, you'll see that they also do hot air ballooning. We actually do hot air ballooning from the premises. So if somebody wants to arrange for that while they're there, it's easily done. So again, the folks that go to San Miguel, they've been to all the beaches. They want to get something that's off the beaten track, so they'll come into the center of Mexico. But if they also wanted to combine their stay with a beach stay, say in Los Cabos or Puerto Vallarta, or fly over to Cancun and do something in the Quintana Roo state, it's easily combinable within our own selection of resorts. So now let's move on to the Grand Fiesta Americana brand. So Coral Beach Cancun is a 602 all-suite, all-inclusive. It was a European plan for the longest time. And about 2 years ago, they converted to be fully all-inclusive. They call their all-inclusive program Infinite Luxury. And what they mean by that is that, well, I can see that there's a number of floors. The higher categories that you purchase, which typically will be on the upper floors, the more all-inclusive inclusions you would get. So you get more spa privileges, or you get some different food and beverage privileges, or you get some other specialties. You know, they do ferry tickets over to Isla Mujeres, which is about a mile offshore over here. So they've got different pricing based on the different categories of suites that you would utilize. But the higher up again in the categories that you go, that's where you'll get the better inclusions, or the more inclusions. We have the beach area over here. There's not a lot of wave action because that's what happens from Isla Mujeres being just a little bit offshore. You also see that there's the lighthouse right over here. So it is right at the point. It's right where the elbow is. So from the airport, it's about a half an hour drive, maybe between 20 and 30 minutes, but that's where we're situated. So their smaller suites are the junior suites, and they're about 500 square feet. You'll see that there's a step down over here where the sitting area is. You have a combination of king beds and 2 double beds. You'll see also that you can see right through the glass over here. This was wrought iron, but a number of years ago it was renovated. So you now have a clear view through the glass, so that you can see the beach. But it's high enough so that because we're a family-friendly resort, you don't have to worry about kids having any danger from being close up to that. So moving right along, this is the master suite. You'll see it's larger. Again, you also have the step down to a larger sitting area. And then we also have 2 presidential suites. They have a number of different restaurants. When they went all-inclusive a couple years ago, they added a couple different restaurants, a couple different areas. They've got the Havana Club. They have a now steakhouse. But they have one of the 7 AAA 5 Diamond awarded restaurants in town. It's called Le Basilic. It's a Mediterranean restaurant. It's the gourmet house on property. We also have Isla Cantoya. We have Vina del Mar. We have Peninsula Restaurant. Again, we have the Havana Club. We have the steakhouse. So there's any number of different outlets that are available now at the property. Now, if you remember, I showed you a picture of the relaxation area at the spa at Live Aqua in Punta Cana. Well, this is the relaxation area at the Gem Spa, which is on property at Coral Beach. 40,000 square feet of facilities, 25 treatment rooms, a 10-station hydrotherapy circuit, outdoor area for couples massages, state-of-the-art fitness area. Spa Finder magazine rates this spa as among the top spas in resorts around the world. So we're really blessed to have it on property. We also have 40,000 square feet of kids clubs, kids activities, ages from 3 to 12. This is the indoor section as well as this. So you see that it's technology, it's classroom stuff. Once you go to the outdoor side, it's a water park, which is sort of in the Jurassic Park sort of dinosaur theme. So kids are well taken care of when they're at the resort. The second Grand Fiesta Americana that we have sits on the West Coast, and it's called the Grand Fiesta Americana Los Cabos All-Inclusive Golf and Spa. This is our lobby. We look out over here towards the Sea of Cortez. When you look at the resort from the water looking back, you'll see that there's a hill in back of us. The Live Aqua would be right behind this hill. Pardon me. So the accommodations back here are sort of built into the hillside. The main area is over here. The main building is over here. We also have our beachfront accommodations over here. This side right over here is called the Grand Club, which would be the version of the Aqua Lounge, an Aqua Club in the Live Aqua resorts. They've got their own pool back here, but the main pool, this is the main pool over here. This is another pool right behind here for the Grand Club. And we have an adults-only pool and bar area right back here. Now, one of the things that sets us apart from a lot of the other resorts in Los Cabos is that, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a very strong undertow in many of the resorts in Los Cabos. But because we have these rocks right over here, they tend to break the wave action as it comes in over here. So you can, in fact, swim over here. That's a really good feature that we have that a lot of the other resorts don't have. This is the view from the main building looking out towards the water. Now, if you also know about Los Cabos, you'll know that from about March until, December until March is when you have the whales that come down from Alaska and they come here to birth their calves. So multiple times during the course of the day, you'll see whales breaching the water during that time frame. So it's a great place to go for whale watching. So this is what the rooms look like. This is a sample room. This is a deluxe garden view room. Again, you have the large 55-inch smart TV. They also went through another renovation after this picture was taken. I don't have a picture of that, unfortunately, but that gives you a good idea of what the properties are like. Any number of different types of food, El Mexicano, tapas bar, rosados Italian, and we also have the cevicheria. So there are recurring themes in terms of the cuisines that we have at all of our resorts. Now, we have 2 championship golf courses. This is the ocean course designed by Jack Nicklaus. Behind it is a desert course that was also designed by one of Nicklaus's contemporaries, Tom Weiskopf. The ocean course also gets high accolades from Golf Digest magazine as being one of the top resort courses in all of Latin America. In terms of some of the activities in the evening, we have the Black Lemon nightclub. During the day, this is used for the kids' activities. Kids aren't allowed there in the evening. And we also have the fire pit, where every night there will be some sort of musical entertainment. It could be a saxophone player, it could be a pianist, it could be any number of different options. But we'll have stuff there every night, and people can get their drink and they can hang there, listen to the music. And this is a picture that proves to you that yes, you can go into the water and swim with the fish. We have what's the Soba Wine Spa. Now, this is apparently one of 7 or 8 spas around the world that features wine and grapes in their services that they offer. So what we'll do is, I don't know if you knew that Mexico does have a wine industry. They do grow grapes. So we'll take the grapes, we'll crush them actually, and use them in some of the reflexology, exfoliating massages that we'll do. We'll also use the grapeseed oil and put it into our lotions and our oils that we use for massages. We also take Mexican chocolates and use them in some of the facial services that they use. So it's very, very all-encompassing sort of array of services and options that they use in terms of what Mexico has to offer. The spa did go through a renovation during the early days of COVID. I don't have new images, but this is what it looked like before the renovation. So now let's move on to the Fiesta Americana brand. So we have our Condesa in Cancun. This is basically a 32-year-old brand new hotel. Among the first large events that took place at this hotel right after it opened was I guess 32 years ago would be, I don't know, I'm not going to do the math, 1990. Was Miss Universe. So that was actually hosted here. So, but it was showing its age and she really needed to have a facelift. So about 2 years ago, we literally gutted every sleeping room. We brought all the rooms down to cement and studs and we rebuilt them. We redid every facet of the resort. So from the restaurants, the palapa that you see over here, which is over the lobby, was completely redone. We painted and updated the way the resort looks in terms of the exteriors, and it's essentially, as I mentioned, a brand new hotel. So the resort is known for the tile work on the floor and also the palapa. Now there was a storm that came through over the summer months, which required that the palapa be rebuilt, and that just reopened earlier in December. So the palapa that's here is brand new as well. So again, you can see it's kind of cool. We redid all the tile work and all the stone work that's on the floors over here and updated the lobby area. Main pool areas you can see over here. This is what the rooms now look like. If you saw it before and after, you would say that the resort deserved to be imploded. But instead of imploding it, we rebuilt it. Again, cement and studs, and everything was rebuilt. They are smart rooms, as you have also in Live Aqua with a 55-inch smart TV. They had old tub showers in there. The tub showers came out. You have the toilet over here. You have the shower behind there. So we moved all plumbing. We rebuilt everything in terms of the bathrooms as well. This is what a junior suite would look like overlooking the water. This is what the junior suite bathroom would look like. You see that we have a tub in this case, but we also have the shower, the rain shower head. So to say that this is a brilliantly done resort is an understatement. It is a fantastic property and well worth the value that people spend. This is what the lobby bar looks like right now. It sits right behind the lobby. This is what the Kalmia restaurant looks like. This is the all-day restaurant. We also have a picture of the cevicheria. This was very dark and it got really freshed up in terms of new furniture and the new painting. The El Mexicano was actually open air and it was not air conditioned. And so they did this really cool mural over here. They enclosed it and now it's air conditioned. It's much more user friendly. It's a much more comfortable experience. So they really did a great job there as well. We have the kids area. So we have a kids club, we have the teens club for everybody 14 years and older. And again, you can see we have the pirate ship with the slides for the kids at the pool. We have the Mi Iluma Spa. So it's a smaller spa than what you have at Coral Beach, for example. But again, it does have a number of treatment rooms. And again, you can get your massages outdoors. These are just a couple of versions of what their alma moments are. So again, you can see that we have the rice art. Again, this would be a shame to have had to destroy that, but this shows you the creativity again of the staff. Now let's move to the sister hotel, the Fiesta Americana in Puerto Vallarta. So you can see, even though it's on the other side of the country, the tile work on the floor is the same. The palapa over the lobby is the same. This was renovated as well, although not as extensively as the property in Cancun was. They didn't do anything structural per se. Went through a very, very nice soft goods renovation. They also removed all the wrought iron in the fencing area over here, and that's also, with the exception of the top floor, that's also glass. One thing they did do over here, it's a family-friendly, all-inclusive. The first floor over here are the family suites, and they can actually accommodate up to 6 people, 2 adults and 4 children under the age of 12. So there's some good versatility for families that want to travel that are up to 6 people. Main pool area over here. You see that we're sitting right in the center of Puerto Vallarta. About 10 minutes to the south of town is a pedestrian area called the Malecon, which is a pedestrian boardwalk area. On the beach side, you have all these large sculptures that sit on the beach. On the other side, you'll have where the nightlife is and the shops and the clubs and the dining area. It's really kind of cool. And again, we're only about a 10-minute drive away from there. In the other direction, we're about a 20-minute drive from the airport and about a 10-minute drive from the marina when ships come in. This is an older picture of one of the rooms that actually went through renovation during the early days of COVID. Again, I unfortunately don't have a newer image, but it did go through a renovation, so it's in great shape as well. Then you can see this is one of the bedroom from one of the suites. Their versions of food and beverage, Rosado, again, you can see that comes back, as well as El Mexicano. Tian Tang is the Asian restaurant. La Veranda is the all-day dining restaurant. Sits on the first floor of a two-story building. I'll show you what's on the upper floor in just a minute. Again, you can see some really creative additions over here. Now, the main pool area, we have cabanas. So, and the kids area would be on this side over here. But on the top floor of the two-story building, so the veranda is down here, but the upper floor is called the Sane Pool Club, which is adults only for people that are 21 years of age and older. We have about 13 of these cabanas that for rent, but we also have the chaise lounges and the sunbeds over here and what have you. There is a fee to utilize the area, but it's open for adults only. It's a fantastic place. This picture does not do it justice. This is the relaxation area outside the spot that we have over there. If you're over here and you're probably about 100 yards away from the main drag that goes through Puerto Vallarta, you can't hear it. So it's really a very nice sanctuary that's right there. Again, they also do the kids club and the teens club, as you can see. So that's going to be a recurring theme throughout all of our resorts. And now we go to the third Fiesta Americana, which sits on the island of Cozumel. Not quite as let's just say, well, no, not as famous, if you will, as the resorts in Mexico. It's an island sitting off of Playa del Carmen, a little south of Cancun. But it's primarily most well known for being a diver's location. The cruise lines stop there a lot as well. We had what was before renovation about a 250-room property, which is now actually a total of 102 rooms. This is the lobby area, the check-in area right over here. The front desk is over here, a bar area in the lobby. We have an outdoor pool right over here. And behind this door is the fitness area. This is what the rooms look like. Now, all the rooms have an ocean view. Again, literally a 45-minute ferry ride to the west is Playa del Carmen. Easy to get to because you can either fly directly on there. American Airlines, starting in December, has, I believe, twice a week service from Miami, going directly to Cozumel. And it's easy to get to if you wanted to go into Cancun and then change planes and come down as well to the island. The master suites have plunge pools. This is a plunge pool that goes the length of the building. They're on the first floor, as you can tell. Again, several of the recurring themes. So Rosado's is there as well. Italian food, Mel Mexicano. The peninsula also is over in Coral Beach, Cancun. And again, we have all of our properties have the coffee corner. So if you have an inkling for a cup of coffee at 11 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not a problem. 2 restaurants that are by the water. So we have the beach club. Now, if you know Cozumel, you know that it's built actually on a large reef. And then there's not a ton of sand that sits right in front of the resorts. So while this is a picture of the main pool area, let me show you the next one over here. So we basically have a man-made beach club. We have these sunbeds, which are over the water. We have the water, which is swimmable. You can go down the ladders over here. There are 2 other entry points on either end of the sunbeds. Behind here, we have a rectangular-shaped pool. We have chaise lounges. We also have the cabanas as well on a first-come, first-served basis. So even though there's not a lot of sand, you can still go in here. It's not rocky. You don't need to wear the beach shoes, if you will. So if you certainly can, but you don't necessarily have to have them. So you can certainly swim there. The water is crystal clear. It's a fantastic place, and it's a wonderful place to go for the families with the kids that want to have a different kind of experience. So the Explorian brand, now kind of going into the home stretch. We currently have 2 Explorians, and the Explorian Cozumel was the second of the 2. So here's the game plan on the Explorians. If you have clients that you would normally say book to a week in Costa Rica or Belize and they are active consumers. They want to get out. They want to do things. They want to have their days spent being out of doors. But again, they don't want to lie by a pool and just read a book on their Kindle for an all-day experience. So the concept is very upscale accommodations, all-inclusive, family-friendly, but in the room rate, in the nightly rate, is included a 3 to 5 hour guided excursion on a daily basis. So the Cozumel property has a total of 56 rooms, 56 rooms, 14 buildings. There used to be a room category called the casitas. So they sit behind the Explorer, rather the Fiesta Americana, which would literally be to the left of this picture, about 100 feet away. You come down steps. This is the check-in area over here. This is the lobby area. This is a little meeting room. This is the restaurant over here. So again, 56 rooms, family-friendly, all-inclusive, but you get to do an excursion that's paid for in the room rate every day. This is our pool area, chaise lounges, restaurants over here. Now, the cool thing about here is that the guests that stay at the Explorer can utilize all the facilities at the Fiesta Americana, the restaurants, the beach club, the nightlife, or whatever. But the guests that are at the Fiesta Americana cannot come over here. So there's a sense of exclusivity. This is what the restaurant looks like. This is what the rooms are. Now, they don't have a television. They do provide the wireless internet service, but they don't have a television in the room. So that's the concession to saying that you're really not supposed to be in your room during the day. And if you want to really know what's going on in the world, you can always check it on your iPad or your laptop when you come back. You'll see that we have flippers on the wall, so we do provide the snorkeling equipment. And again, there's an umbrella in the room that if you are walking to the resort, you won't get wet. So what activities do we do? So obviously, because we're an island and we're surrounded by water, you can do lots of activities. So we can do a stand-up paddleboarding. We can do sea kayaking. We can do the Hobie Cat. We can do snorkeling and all sorts of other activities that are on the water. We back up to a national park, so you can do walking through the rainforest over there. Twice a month, we'll do activities that are in the evening where we go to the dark side of the island and we break out the telescopes and we'll do an astronomy thing. Or we'll do a jeep tour or horseback riding tour of the island. So lots of different activities that you can do there. When you go to the original Explorer, and this is Cajon Leach. Cajon Leach is actually the name of some Mayan ruins that are a couple miles away. So you're about a 5-hour drive south of Cancun. You're literally so far down south in Quintana Roo that your cell reception comes from Belize, not from Mexico. We're about a 45-minute drive away from the closest city with an airport, which is called Chetumal. I was mistaken about the Delta service flying from Miami to Cozumel. It's actually from Cozumel, from Miami to Chetumal, where they have the 2 days a week service. So because we're 45 minutes away in the middle of the rainforest, we obviously provide transfers. So this is the Palapa area that overlooks the public spaces. This is the cabana. Now here they don't have internet service and they don't have the television in the room. So again, you really should be out experiencing nature and what the area has to offer. This is a bungalow. There's a small plunge pool to the right of this picture that you can't see on the patio, but you can see it's a little bit larger. So we have those different types of accommodations. Again, showing you what the area looks like in terms of the bungalows and the accommodations and the public areas. Pool area, the lounges area right over there, the restaurant, the jacuzzi tub. Again, luxury dining in the middle of nowhere. So it's really kind of cool for the guests that want to get out and do cool stuff. These are the Mayan ruins that you can actually go into. You can climb them, you can touch them, you can experience them, much like you cannot do at some of the much larger ones like Chichen Itza, for example. You can do your rappelling in the rainforest. You can do all sorts of rainforest activities. You could also do your sea kayaking and all the water activities on Lake Bacalao, which is about about an hour away. Actually, I'm getting to the end. Weddings. We do groups, we do weddings, but I do want to let you know that if you were to have any interest in doing a destination wedding through Jennifer's agency, please feel comfortable working with us. We are not, I repeat, not a wedding factory company. All of our resorts can do weddings. We have romance experts, aka wedding coordinators, on property who work with the bride and groom, the family, the vendors, the agent, everybody who has their fingers involved in the wedding. But we will only do one wedding per day. So we're not the factory. And I have a picture on the next slide, which just kind of shows you the different kinds of setups. I have a ton more information that if you ever have any other kind of information that you'd like from us, we have wedding packages. We have any number of other different types of information that's available for you. So again, if you want to get married at one of our resorts, we can easily accommodate that. So let me just double check. Guess what? I'm done. So I'm going to end this. Oops, hold on a second. Why can't I end that? There we go. End it over there. So I'm going to end that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to try to get this back to you. Here we go.
Wow. Let me tell you, Richard, you need to do every presentation we do. I mean, you nail it. And you really know what's going on, and you know these properties. I'm sure you visited all of them or stayed at all of them. I've been wanting to go, and I couldn't wait for the new one to open in Punta Cana. I try to go somewhere every year for Thanksgiving. We just got back from Jamaica. Are you planning on opening one in Jamaica?
You know, Jamaica was on sort of the hit list. There are expansion plans that Jamaica and other Spanish-speaking countries throughout the Caribbean and also Central America are sort of on the hit list. I know that there are some things that are hopefully in the works. We're looking for another location in the Dominican Republic. We're going to be opening up another resort in the Playa Mujeres area north of Cancun sometime later this year, early 2023. So with any good luck, we're at a resort where you'd like to go.
Well, I can't wait to see and visit and stay. And of course, as much as we like to travel, we like to be gone all the time. Can't do that, but that is our goal. And the three of us are looking for a getaway, so that way we can do a little powwow. And I think all of those, the powwow work meeting, we're going to have to decide on which one we're going to go to.
I need somebody to help carry a bag, so I'll be happy to come along.
Right? Always need that help. It does.
I'll be happy to be your official schlepper.
There you go. Well, I was really excited to also see that you only do one wedding per day. That's a huge. As being destination wedding specialist, it's not just difficult to find the perfect day, but everybody wants the same time. They want that afternoon, evening wedding. Right. And, they can end up getting a 9 a.m. because that day's booked. Right. Because they do so many weddings in the day. Knowing that you only do one, that means they can pick their time, pick their day, and it's set.
And the other part of that is that we're not taxing the staff. I mean, we're not having to worry about people being overworked because they have so many different weddings that they have to work during the course of a day for breakups, setups and breakdowns, and different parties running into each other. I mean, so it just is it's a smart approach.
Quality over quantity.
Bingo. Exactly.
Yeah, I really love that. And I do have a bride that she's changed locations a couple of times because of COVID. Naturally, a lot of weddings had to be postponed. And so they're taking up all the new space for 2022. So she's really been limited on being able to talk to the wedding department.
Sure.
About her once. It's October of 22, and I'm not trying to wish time on anyone, but it will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
And she needs her guests to start booking and confirming. I mean, her whole bridal party. She has 6 brides, maids, and 6 groomsmen, and they haven't booked yet. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't wait too much longer because it's going to sell out. You need to book them early But then, she's like, I want to get the wedding details finalized first and then do it. Well, the bad thing is the wedding coordinator is so busy because they do 5 weddings a day that they're not able to talk to her until like end of March. So I'm going to talk to her about it and see if we can get her to switch, and maybe still do Cabo, Fiesta, Americana.
The interesting, the weddings manager in Cabo is Angelica Hernandez, who actually moved there from Cozumel. And there's a travel agent that I'm working with in North Carolina who loves this hotel. She's given like 6 destination weddings there in like the last year.
Wow.
It's a great place to go. Anyway, and Angelica is really, really, really good. So if there's any help that I can provide for you on that, I'd be more than happy to.
We do appreciate it. And I'll call her tomorrow and just say, let's just look at this other property and see what you think. And it would only be your day. Nobody else's. Well, we got to make sure that the time and the date's going to be available because she's specific on the day. And we'll let you know on that.
That's great. So I appreciate the opportunity. This was great. Thanks so much for giving me the chance to chat with you. I really do appreciate it.
Well, we hope to do it again with you soon with some other properties that you do offer and companies. And but for now, we're going to focus on the Colección. And if you have any interest, of course, in booking any of the vacations, we usually try to work 330 days with a future. We do have a payment plan. The calendar for 330 days, if you don't know, is the airlines rule. Based on the day that you are to come home, 330 days is when you should be able to book your flights. You can always book land only and book your air later. But some people call us and want to do it 2 years in advance so they can make payments. We can accept that too, but generally we like people to do 330 days. And I have a new thing that I want to say at the end of each of our shows. Of course, subscribe to our channel. Come visit us each week. We try to have a different vendor, different show, different destination every Thursday. We do upload it onto our YouTube channel, which is Exploring Dream Vacations by Travel Pros. The biggest thing I do want to present is to let people know, go ahead and apply for your passport. Don't wait till the last moment. Do it now. You may decide that you want to travel a month from now, and it's better to go ahead and have your application in or already have the passport in hand before you even make your travel arrangements. It is required to travel outside of the United States, and there is a major backup on the passport front. So go ahead and apply for your passport. Do it now, and then that way you have it in hand, and it's going to make you want to go on vacation and start planning now.
That's right.
So thank you, Richard, again.